Also today, the migrant sex offender Harush Kabatu, who was wrongly released from prison, is deported to Ethiopia.
The dog walker who died in a triple stabbing in Uxbridge is named as Wayne Broadhurst as police question an Afghan national who was granted asylum after arriving in a lorry.
Basil, there's a kipper sticking out of your jacket.
And reflecting on the life of one of Britain's finest comic actors, Prunella Scales, who's died at the age of 93.
Now let's have a look at today's papers and start with the Eye. Several are leading with Hurricane Melissa after it made landfall in Jamaica. Storm of the century is how the Eye describes it.
As we've also been reporting this morning, the Telegraph leading with news that councils are being told by Labour to end so-called 4-day weeks, with the government source describing them as a waste of taxpayer money and damaging to services.
And many of today's front pages, including The Guardian, carry images of the Fawlty Towers actress Prunella Scales, who's died at the age of 93.
Yeah, and we have been looking at that too. Huge outpouring of affection for Prunella Scales since the news of her death broke yesterday. Yeah, leading the tributes were her sons Samuel and Joseph, who issued a joint statement. Our darling mother, Prunella Scales, died peacefully at home in London yesterday. They said, adding that she was 93, although dementia forced her retirement from a remarkable acting career of nearly 70 years. She continued to live at home. She was watching Fawlty Towers the day before she died. Well, her Fawlty Towers co-star, John Cleese, one of the many, many others who've paid tribute to her, he said how very sad. Prue was a really wonderful comic actress. Scene after scene, she was absolutely perfect. She was a very sweet lady who spent a lot of her life apologising. I used to tease her about it. I was very, very fond of her. Just before we get on to your writing, can we talk about a relationship that you've had in your life with Prunella Scales, somebody we've been talking about this morning who sadly died at the age of 93. You worked with her. What are your recollections?
Well, she worked in a film around a book of mine called My Friend Walter with another actor called Ronald Pickup, and the two of them were the two main stars in it. And I went for the filming for 2 or 3 days, so I saw her and I met her. And she just... What's wonderful about her was that she wasn't playing being the actor, playing being famous. She was already famous. She was just doing a job of work, and I got on very well with her.
Microsoft's been hit by technical difficulties. Asda, NatWest and Minecraft are among some of the services experiencing problems due to the global outage. Prosecutors in France say jewels stolen from the Louvre haven't yet been recovered. 2 suspects are to be charged with theft. Also coming up on The World Today, grin and bear it. A BBC News investigation discovers the potential dangers of teeth whitening.
Tonight at 6, Jamaica is left devastated by Hurricane Melissa. The UN says its destruction at levels the island's never seen before. Most of the island is without power. There's been extensive flooding after it was lashed with winds of around 185 miles an hour.
Trees down here, there's so many power lines down here. And all of this needs to be cleaned to start Jamaica getting back.
The damage is horrific. There are tiles off the roof, there are...
We hear from Rebecca Chapman on holiday with her family in the worst hit area of Jamaica. Also tonight, a breaking story. Microsoft has been hit by technical difficulties. Asda, NatWest and Minecraft are among some of the services experiencing problems due to the outage. A £500 payment for Harush Kabatu, the migrant sex offender who was mistakenly released before he was deported to Ethiopia last night. Why? In Paris, investigators say the jewels stolen from the Louvre have not yet been recovered. 2 suspects are to be charged with theft. And the woman given a £100 fine for not carrying a poo bag, even though the dog hadn't done anything. She's one of thousands who've been in touch with us about on-the-spot fines. Sir David Attenborough is supporting a bid by conservationists to raise £30 million to buy a vast swathe of countryside in northern England that's been owned by one family, the Percy family, the Dukes of Northumberland, for almost 7 centuries. The Rothbury estate in Northumberland is the largest area of land to be put on sale in England for decades. The Wildlife Trusts and Northumberland Wildlife Trust need to raise £30 million to buy the 15-square-mile tract of land to make it part of a wild corridor of protected landscapes and nature reserves. So far, they have raised just over £9 million.
The dozens of missed opportunities to stop resurgence claim to have carried out botched children's operations. MPs pressure Prince Andrew's landlord for answers over his Windsor home. And hope returns to Hillsborough. Why Sheffield Wednesday fans can dare to dream again.